Good evening. Welcome to TCM. I'm Ron Perlman. Tonight is all about Jaws. And up next, we have the sequel to the original 1975 film. From Universal in 1978, it's Jaws 2. Given the huge success of the first movie, it was natural that a sequel would be planned. And producers David Brown and Richard Zanuck brought back as many members of the original company as possible. Cast members Roy Scheider, Lorraine Gary, and Mary Hamilton. Also screenwriter Carl Gottlieb and composer John Williams. They also asked Steven Spielberg to return as director, but he didn't think it was safe to get back into the water. Aside from being involved in other projects, he remembered making of Jaws as a horrible time, filming in unpredictable oceans. So the director this time is Jeannot Schwark. The storyline for Jaws 2 went through several revisions, but ended with the same basic plot as the first film, with Police Chief Brody once again warning city officials of the danger in the ocean. Roy Scheider returned as Brody in order to meet a contractual obligation and was not enthused about repeating his role. Still, he signed at 4 times his Jaws salary and also received a percentage of the film's net profits. Not a bad consolation. And Jaws 2 was profitable, despite the fact that it cost $30 million to produce Universal's most expensive film to that point. The movie ended up making more than $200 million. Here from 1978, Jaws 2. The director of this film, Jeannot Schwark, took over midway through shooting. His biggest headache was dealing with the infamous mechanical sharks. Turns out the ones developed for this film were only a little bit more reliable than the ones used in the original 1975 film. Schwark also had other problems. Cable Junction Island was actually a set built on a barge, and one day it broke loose from its anchorage and began drifting toward Cuba. Then some real hammerhead sharks showed up uninvited in a scene with some teenagers in a raft. They started screaming for help, but the crew thought it was just part of the shot. Fortunately, no one was hurt. Schwark also had to deal with fickle weather, tides, and waterspouts. Most of the film was shot on Navarre Beach in Florida, where the crew lived from August through the end of December 1977. Up next, our Jaws jamboree continues as the Brody kids take over the shark busting.